Have you ever delayed a project not because you didn't know what to do, but because you were waiting for it to be perfect? Welcome to Get It Done Tactics, the show where we learn how to get stuff done. And today we're talking about embracing imperfection. Now, if this sounds like a topic for another YouTube channel, stick around, because even here at It Done, we're all about done. We've launched products before they were perfect, have published content with typos, and occasionally I've even posted a video without a thumbnail, because getting it done, making progress, that's what really matters. So let's talk tactics. First, set progress-based goals. When perfectionism takes the wheel, your goals will be too. I want this video to be amazing, which is code for I'll work on this video until I'm blue in the face to make sure it's amazing. But here's the thing, done is better than perfect. So instead of asking, how can I make this video amazing? Ask yourself, how can I make progress on this video today? What small step can I take today to move it forward? If you're stuck writing your book, don't ask, how can I write the best book ever? Ask yourself, can I write 500 words today? Can I write one paragraph? Can I write one sentence? You see, progress-based goals help you focus on what you need to do today to make progress instead of getting lost in a fantasy of perfection. They keep you moving forward even when you don't feel inspired. So let's start setting some. Write down one progress-based goal you'd like to achieve today. Make sure it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, by the end of today, I will have written the first draft of my blog post, or by tomorrow, I will have recorded a video outlining my business idea. Once you've got your goal, break it down into even smaller steps. To write the first draft of your blog post, you might start by doing some research, then create an outline and finally sit down and start writing. It's a big win to get those words on the page, even if it's not perfect. Then once you've written that first draft, you can go back and revise and edit and make it amazing. But this only works if you get the first draft done. If you get stuck on trying to make the first draft perfect, you'll never finish. But wait, there's more. Hold yourself accountable. Having a clear goal and a plan to achieve it is a great start, but if you really want to get it done, you need to hold yourself accountable. Here are 3 ways to do just that. Number 1, share your goals with someone else. When you tell someone else what you're going to do, you're more likely to follow through. In fact, a recent study found that people who shared their goals with others were more than twice as likely to achieve them than those who kept their goals to themselves. But how can you make this work for you? Well, it's simple. Tell a friend or family member about your goal, or join an accountability group, or find a buddy in one of our free Facebook groups. There are over 40,000 incredibly supportive people there who are also working towards their goals. Sharing your goals with others makes you more likely to follow through, but it also helps you stay motivated. Knowing that other people are counting on you to follow through can be a powerful motivator. So share your goals and let's hold each other accountable. Next, set deadlines. Deadlines help you prioritize and focus. They give you a clear target to aim for and help you track your progress. But deadlines don't have to be stressful. In fact, when used effectively, they can be a great motivator. A recent study published in the Journal of Graduate Medical Education found that deadlines helped medical residents focus on high-priority tasks without increasing stress levels. So how can you use deadlines to your advantage? Well, first, set a realistic deadline for each step of your progress-based goal. For example, if your goal is to write the first draft of your blog post, you might set a deadline of Wednesday for the first draft. Then on Tuesday, set a deadline for the research and outlining. Second, break down large projects into smaller tasks and assign deadlines to each. And third, use a calendar or to-do list to keep track of your deadlines. This will help you stay organized and on top of your goals. So set some deadlines and let's hold each other accountable. And lastly, celebrate your wins. Celebrating your wins helps you stay motivated. When you take the time to appreciate your accomplishments, no matter how small, you'll feel good about what you've achieved. And that positive feeling will keep you going. But we don't want to just pat ourselves on the back. We want to celebrate in a way that inspires us to keep moving forward. One way to do this is to keep a journal of your wins. Each day, write down a few things that you accomplished, no matter how small. For example, if you wrote one paragraph of your book, celebrate that. If you made a little progress on a personal project, celebrate that too. When you look back on your journal entries, you'll see how much progress you've made and that will motivate you to keep going. Here's a simple formula for celebrating your wins. First, acknowledge the accomplishment. Take a moment to appreciate what you've done, no matter how small it may seem. Second, reflect on the journey. Think about the challenges you overcame and the lessons you learned along the way. And third, look ahead to the future. Think about how this accomplishment has set you up for success in the future. What new opportunities has it opened up for you? What new skills have you developed that you can use in your next project? By following this simple formula, you'll be able to celebrate your wins in a way that honors your hard work and inspires you to keep going. We've talked a lot about how to make progress on your goals, but now it's time to talk about letting go of perfectionism. We've all been there. We're so afraid of failure or rejection that we never take the first step. But here's the thing. By striving for perfection, we're actually setting ourselves up for failure. Why? Because perfection is impossible. There's always something more we could do, some way we could improve. And when we get stuck in this mindset, we'll never get anything done. So let's talk about letting go of perfectionism. First, we need to challenge our negative thoughts. When we're striving for perfection, we're often our own worst critic. We're constantly looking for ways to improve, to make things better. But what if instead of seeing our mistakes as failures, we saw them as opportunities for growth? What if we embrace the idea that we can learn from our mistakes and become better because of them? Remember, mistakes are not the opposite of success. They're part of the journey. Next, we need to reframe our language. Instead of saying I failed, say I learned. Instead of saying I made a mistake, say I discovered a new way to do things. By changing the way we talk to ourselves, we can change the way we think about our imperfections. Finally, we need to focus on our values. What really matters to us? Is it perfection, or is it living a life that's true to who we are? When we focus on our values, we're able to let go of the things that don't really matter and make room for the things that do. We're able to let go of the need for perfection and embrace the beautiful messiness of life. So let's take a moment to reflect on our values. What really matters to us? How can we start living a life that's true to those values? When we focus on what really matters, we're able to let go of the need for perfection and embrace the beautiful messiness of life. When we focus on our values, we can start making progress toward our goals without the baggage of perfectionism. We can start taking action even if we don't feel 100% ready. And in the process, we'll learn and grow and become more successful than we ever thought possible. So remember, the world doesn't need perfect. It needs real. Don't let perfectionism hold you back. Take action today and make progress toward your dreams. Embrace the unknown. Trust that you can handle whatever comes your way, and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. That was a lot, I know, but I hope it was worth it. Because if today's episode sparked a shift in your mindset, hit subscribe, drop a comment with what you're working on, and commit to imperfect action today. Because done is always better than perfect. Until next time, keep showing up and get it done.